Open goal and they score.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. And they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. And they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. And they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. And they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. And they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and they score.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Lynch sets back.
Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and they score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. And they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal, and they score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. And another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Down, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nil. And another shot on goal.
Good afternoon and welcome back inside Adelaide Arena here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. It is another edition of Northeast Pack Hockey Play as the RA Saints take on the Bishop Kearney Selects. That's also be here in the broadcast booth this afternoon. We hope that wherever you are safe, warm, out of the wet weather that we are having here in the Ocean State and ready to enjoy some more hockey. Mount St. Charles in their traditional home whites with the red and blue trim. Bishop Kearney Selects in the black with the red and white trim. We'll go U15s now. U16s against, ironically, Bishop Kearney Selects will follow, concluding this game. And that will conclude our broadcast day. After that game, we are only here for the 2. And then 2 tomorrow, rise and shine bright and early with us. 8 a.m. Eastern time. Get your coffee, bagels, donuts, whatever you want to have. As we will have the U15s against the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite, followed by the U16s against Pittsburgh Penguins Elite, and close off Northeast Pack Hockey Play for this weekend before all eyes turn to the Beast Fall Classic next week. Can Mount St. Charles bring another Beast banner back to Adelaide? They will go with Gavin Beal in net for Mount St. Charles. As we are down and underway here in the first period of play. That's the 32 of Patrick Quinlan in net for the BK Selects. As Pettigrew works this one along the side boards. Behind the Selects cage, back to Pettigrew as they switch that one across the opposite side, looking for Chase Jett. Jett dumps that down. BK is going to go for an early line change, so it's scooped up by the Saints. Nick Whitehead will go over to get that one. Whitehead across for Kennedy. Intercepted by Sutherland, headed the other way. Shot and a score. First shot of the game from either side, and Jimmy Sutherland puts BK up 1-0. Quick face-off after the goal scored. And Mount's going to try to charge hard on their side. It's Pondrick.
That one hit traffic, specifically Reed right there. Murtaugh on the blue line for selects. Potter's going to chase this one into the backside corner. Potter gets there, wins that one, is able to horseshoe it around. Nobody there on the opposite side. It'll be picked up in the corner. Fondrick swings one and a save made. Two quick saves. Two quick shots, and weird thing to say, just 2 minutes into this game, Mount trailing 1-0. Face-off that can be won and moved along to the sideboards. It's Novorosky. He's looking for Tanner. Back again. Poked by Bromley at the line. Amico tries to push it along. Carter Amico in the neutral zone. For the 12 of Connor Powell, as it's sent all the way across. Looking for Dennis. Dennis for Penoyer. Penoyer fires one, and that one hit traffic. Was pushed by Graff. Before it's exited from the zone, here's an opportunity for Novorosky, headed the other way. High shot, snagged out of midair. Patrick Quinlan had to flash the leather early for BK. Whitehead will struggle to the circle for the faceoff. Sent here through by the 21 of Daltwus. Right back for Wheel. Wheel had an opportunity that hit traffic. Mount needs to exit the zone. Crayer right on the step there. And it was poked away smartly by Kennedy and will go down. Crayer will chase. Kennedy gets there to push it along the sideboards. Peeled away by the 15 in black and red of Matt Judge. Dom Soma calling for it on the opposite side. The shot by Simpson instead is snagged for another save. All right, St. Seb's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit stanleytree.com for more information. And by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Face-off that can be won and carried along here by the Saints back into the neutral zone. Moved forward a little bit. Trying to carry that one through. And they're blocked out again. Matt Tardy pushes it back into the defensive zone. And BK pulls it out. Fondrick tried to spin through there. Left sitting. Opportunity 1v1 and a great save made by Beal. Is streaking right in on him was Cooper Dennis. Picked up at the blue line by Fondrick. Fondrick works to the opposite side. Was looking for a switch play there for Tristan Hagerman. Hagerman may have gotten boxed out a little bit. For Carter Amico. Amico holds, looks into the center lane, fires one. Good deflection opportunity. And sitting on the doorstep was both Novorosky and the 7 of Hagerman, and neither of them could get it past. And a whistle and a stoppage of play and an arm up, and we're going to get a penalty for holding. And Carter Amico is going to go to the box for 2. So Carter Amico in the box, 2 minutes for holding early here in the first, with the Saints already trailing 1-0 as well. Face off one into the corner. BK pulled that one back out. Soma stood up a BK player and was able to dislodge the puck for a second. Judge has it for Gould. Gould skates across the blue line, bothered by Whitehead. Now Potter in the center here as Potter goes toe-to-toe with Cooper Dennis. Cooper Dennis is calling for it, goes in the middle for Sutherland, and he missed that handle. .120 left to go in the advantage as that one deflected by the net of Gavin Beal. May have gone off of the foot of the 19 of Jack Murda. Will go all the way down for icing and stops play. Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Joseph Lammy, attorney at law. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join RREliteRecruits.com today. Puck deflected off of the glass, went up into the stands. So they'll keep the faceoff right where we were and do it again. And already warnings to both Mount and BK players for creeping in a little bit too far on the faceoff, and the linesman's going to have his head on a swivel. For the 88 of Prokopets. Or excuse me, that's the 89 of Petal. And the center for Reed. Peeled out by Bond. Back for Petal. Again held by Petal. 32 seconds left remaining in this advantage. As in the corner with it now and skating back out to the blue line was Jet. Jet drops it. Petal and Jet are playing pitch and catch along the side boards. Sometimes, occasionally, it goes across the ice for the 26 of Odnyuk. Petal still cycling with it. He'll get stick taps now as that's going to bring him to the end of the power play. Big save made there. As the power play came to an end, Amico's out and offside is the call between Carter Amico and Conrad Fondrick. Just one player on the scratched list today for this U15 side is Griffin Davey. Whitehead carries through. Whitehead lifted, shot up into the netting. So we get a face-off just outside of the blue line. I guess they're going to say deflected off of a Mount player. Face-off won by BK. Panaye slots that one through for Daltwist. Daltwist dumped it into the corner. Bodied out of the play there. Smartly by the 13 of Hornberger. Popped back for the middle. Penoye in traffic. That one hit a body. That was Kennedy first. And then Amico second. Hornberger shovels it around. Still controlled. Kennedy pokes it out of the zone. Mount's going to make a minor line change as they have the puck back into the BK defensive zone. Kennedy with a great takeaway there as he pulled it right off of the stick of Gould. And had an opportunity to fling one on net. Hornberger gets that through and a hard shot. Flicked all the way around after Nick Whitehead had an opportunity. 9:50 left to go here in the first period. Just the one score on the board. It was early on from Jimmy Sutherland and the BK Select. Carried in. Fondrick, Whitehead, Potter working with Dom Soma, and it's Simpson on the opposite side. For Soma, pulled away at the blue line before BK can get it fully out of the zone by Crayer. Simpson came back to dispossess the 7 of Pettigrew, and Crayer was able to pick up the puck. Soma's going to poke it along. Crayer had an opportunity to stick at it, and Mount is having issues with puck control. They're going to need to settle that if they want to get back into this period, let alone this game. Graff deflects off of him. Opposite side for Potter to pick that up for the Saints. Pushed out and all the way back up to the blue line. Both these teams refer to themselves as the Saints, so it would be a little bit confusing for fans watching at home if we just had Saints. So Saints is reference of the home side Mount, and we'll call them BK Selects or BK for the visiting side. And we're going to get coincidental minors. Are they putting them in for 5 minutes each? It's going to be 2-minute minors. So a hooking call on Mount St. Charles, a roughing call on BK. So the roughing call goes on the 24 of Cooper Dennis. And the hooking call for Mount was on Potter. Back of the blue line, Novorowski had it for a moment. Bromley tapped at it. This one's going to get cleared if it can get lifted, and it does. All the way down. Will be chased. No icing called. As it horseshoes around the backside boards. BK trying to exit the zone back. Got through the wickets of Grimes. Came back for Sutherland. Set on the doorstep, and a huge save from Gavin Beal. And now they've called a penalty on James Ace Bond for high sticking, and that's going to put a power play to BK. 5-on-4 for 2 with 8:04 left to go here in the first. Paddle. Down in the corner for Jet. Cycles back around. Cameron Reed had an opportunity. Continues with Peddle. Down in the corner, Chase Jet. Back to Peddle again. They go this 1-2-3 as it's Nick Whitehead pulling one off. Whitehead has to hold back. Slots that one across the blue line. Looking there as he was able to pick up Hornberger, and Hornberger shuffles it all the way down. Peddle quickly headed the other way with Wheel. Dumped in the corner. Carter Amico is going to flash that around. Scooped up by Bondrick. They'll go for a line change. It's going to put Crayer and Simpson on the ice alongside the 7 of Tristan Hagerman. And the 17 of Dom Soma. Along the sideboards, pinned with 35 seconds left to go in the advantage. Crayer taps that one. Can't get it to deflect off the boards past his bench. Now Simpson in the middle for Crayer, and Crayer's going to be a foot race as he'll chase that down against Cameron Reed. Reed came to the better of that one as it was tapped for his teammate. And now BK will come out of the zone. Here's Murtaugh. Murtaugh evades Simpson, but then runs in to Hagerman, and Hagerman's able to dispossess him of the puck. Puck pops back into the neutral zone. Hagerman chases Gould all the way back. And Judge will carry it out. Through the neutral zone and a huge hit to Sutherland from Kennedy. No call from the referees. Kennedy just absolutely laid Sutherland right in open ice in the neutral zone. And a whistle and a stoppage of play with 5:52 remaining brings icing. And the penalty boxes are empty, and we're back to full five-a-side hockey. The penalty box door was open, which caused us to get a buzzer on the scoreboard from upstairs. And the referee skated over and said, "You don't want this open?" We would love to have that open, but we would probably see players fly through it, not in a good, safe manner. Cycled around by Mount for Fondrick. We'll send that one forward for Tardy. Matt Tardy fires one. That one got deflected, and they're going to say it got a piece of the net up top on that shot from Tardy. Matty Tardy from Oakton, Virginia. Not the only Virginia player in this Mount Academy program. And one of these days we'll put together a map of the states of where all these players come from, and countries too, with players from Canada, from Ukraine, Slovakia, all roundabouts. See that in the next game. Theo Kiss from Kosai, Slovakia. Carried out here by the 24 of Cooper Dennis as he tries to evade the Mount defense. Instead, he's going to get bottled to the corner by Hornberger. Tanner at the blue line for Hagerman. Hagerman lost an edge and went down. For Penoyer. Penoyer through traffic may have hit his own man in the 4 of Jackson Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum carries it around carefully. Back to the blue line for Penoyer, and that one between him and Graff will be called offside. 4:18 left to go here in the first. Still standing just at one goal very early in the game. As Nick Whitehead comes back through opportunity as it's set for the 21 of Crayer, and he couldn't get it to go. Dylan Crayer needed a little lift, and he had that one. Here's Kennedy, kicked back off of Whitehead. And they'll whistle the play dead. Face-off won by BK. Gets trickled all the way in to be saved by Beal. For Kennedy, for Crayer to carry through. 3-on-2 opportunity. Kennedy lost the handle on it. Kennedy, Crayer, and Soma were off to the races. Bond. Forward for Crayer, went a little bit behind him. Off the sideboards for Dennis. Dennis works with Murtaugh and Penoyer. Dennis cycles back. He will hold, allow for Reed to get into the zone. Reed down behind, cycles it around the backboards. And it will pop up into the netting off of the stick of Pettigrew. And we'll get a stoppage of play. Three left to go till the end of this first period. We'll see where we stand in terms of how ice will get handled. Yesterday we were looking at first 2 periods of play and then a ice resurfacing. Though we are on time with more games to go later today, likelihood is we will probably see that same system as yesterday. Hard shot from Bond. And that one was kicked away by Phillips. My apologies, by Quinlan. Bond. Cross for Potter, dumped it in. Quinlan pushed that one around. It came right back out to Potter, who was trying to get it to Tardy. Tardy back in the center. Fondrick backhanded one. Came back across, kicked away, and having to spread out was Quinlan to get one as Potter was right on the opposite side. Potter once again, cross for Amico, Carter Amico, and traffic ping-ponged back off of a BK player and then a Mount player. This one's going to come all the way down, and icing will be the call. U16s against BK Selects follow this game. Likely 4 p.m. face-off time. That is the scheduled face-off time. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., U15s at 8 a.m., U16s at 10 a.m. as they take on Pittsburgh Penguins Elite and close off the weekend of Northeast Pac play. Pushed. Project. Hard shot that hit the glass. Powell Penaye on the side. Ojnik the other side as he works with Daltwas and Wheel. Back for Ojnik. This one's going to scoot past him all the way down. We're going to approach the last minute to play in the first period of play, and still standing just the one goal from Sutherland early in the game. Whistle and a stoppage of play for offside. We'll take the faceoff back out to the neutral zone. Murtaugh dropped that all the way across. Simpson's going to chase it into the corner. Pushed along for Tanner. Sorry, my apologies. It's actually the 5. It is the 5 of Ryder Tanner, as I almost got confused for a second with the 6 of Gormley, who's also on the ice too. The two of them playing right next to each other, and that's Bromley that time who fires one. Far side of the ice, Novorowski keeps it in. It goes past Bromley for Tanner, and this is what I was talking about. You put 6 and 5 right next to each other on the far side of the ice. Has a little bit of fun with us. Simpson back in the neutral zone. Left one sitting. Lands for it to get pushed through. Wanting a call as Sutherland had it, and he was taken down. Horn will sound. It ends the first period of play. Are we going to get a penalty call for interference at the end of the period? They are. They're going to call Ryder Tanner for interference at the end of the period, and we're going to have a power play for BK Selects to start the second period of play. We'll take the quick commercial break as well. You're watching RA St. Sam's Hockey on fansonlysports.com.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is, when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly, When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, you know, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
So here we sit 1-0 after one. An early goal from Jimmy Sutherland. And Ryder Tanner got an interference call at the end of the period. So the Saints are going to start off on the penalty kill. So it'll be Fondrick and Miko, Grimes and Potter out there on PK1 for the Saints. Sutherland along with Dennis Gould. Part of this power play unit 1 with Judge. The 19 of Jack Murtaugh. Gould through the center, tapped away by Sutherland. Good defensive play from Fondrick and Grimes right there in the center. Grimes horseshoes that one all the way around, comes back to the blue line. Gould keeps it in. 1 minute gone by on this power play. 1 minute left to kill for the Saints. Potter pushed that one along. It's kept by Cooper Dennis. Cooper Dennis streaks through, runs into Soma, and Dom Soma was able to send that one back in the neutral zone. Good return play back from Matt Tardy to push it into the defensive zone, and BK has to try to come out. Peddle attacked on by Whitehead. Whitehead's going to push him all the way back behind his cage. 25 seconds left to go here in the advantage. We're just into this second period of play. A 1-0 score on the Sutherland goal. We thank you for tuning in today on Fans Only Sports Network. Huge save by Beal. We'll stop play. Nine left to go in the advantage. Pushed along the sideboard. Soma's tied up there. Stick tap signify the end of the penalty. We're back to five-a-side hockey as Simpson bodies a couple of BK players into the boards. Tardy looked to steal that one away. Jet came down with it instead. Other way for Wheel, and he scores. So Danny Wheel gets goal number 2. And the Saints have a 2-0 lead. 14 and change left to go here in the second. Whitehead quickly. Oh, Nick Whitehead answers back and mounts on the board. It'll be his 6th goal of the season for Nick Whitehead. And it puts the Saints on the board finally and brings this game back to 2-1. Let the pendulum swing. Can it? Tardy pushes that one back into the zone. BK trying to work behind their own cage. Kennedy comes flying through, lost his glove on the play, continues on. Grimes is able to stick tap it at the blue line. Here goes Whitehead again. Nick Whitehead pulls back the trigger, has that one blocked away. Tardy will push it off into the corner. Kennedy's going to get off the ice. He's still missing a glove. I think it went to the bench. It's going to get taken to the bench by the referee. Offsides called on BK. We'll stop play and bring the puck back. Now Nick Whitehead gets his 6th of the season, finally putting the Saints on the board and pulls this game to 2-1. And the Saints look like they are juiced up and ready to go. In the second period, Tristan Hagerman pushes that one down. Chased by Bromley. Bromley and Hagerman collide with a couple of BK players, and it's moved on. Still, Bromley in the corner. Came back around for a second, and that was pushed off. And it's Baron Novorowski working down there. So Novorowski, along with Amico, Hagerman, Bromley, all on the ice right now for the Saints, along with the 13 of Ryan Hornberger. Odnick grabs it at the blue line, has to wait for everyone to get back out, otherwise BK would have been offside. Jet just dumps that in, goes all the way around. Hornberger's got it. Comes right back in the center. Good stop by Amico. He throws it all the way down. We'll get icing. All right, St. Times Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit JosephLamy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com and sign up for your free trial today. Fondrick tries to drag that one, left it there. Thought Potter was closer to him. Now they overlap. Good overlap move from Potter. Held for a second before it goes back to the blue line for Dom Soma. Soma then sends it back around. Working with Crayer down in the bottom. And it came right back out in front again for the aforementioned Crayer. I want to make sure I get my Crayers right. It's Dylan Crayer on the ice and not Matt Crayer. And now they've just called a bench minor on for unsportsmanlike conduct on PK Selects. For unsportsmanlike conduct. So a benchminder pro unsportsmanlike conduct assessed to BK is going to give Mount a power play here with 11:50. So it's Tardy along with Crayer, Simpson, Amico, and right in front is the 7 of Tristan Hagerman. Whitehead's going to get thrown out of the circle, so too will be the BK player, and Jet's going to come in and take that one against Kennedy. For Fondrick. Backhanded by Grimes, came right ahead. That one was fired by Whitehead. Circled back around once again by Kennedy. Fondrick for Grimes, lost a handle on it, and it bounces back out into the neutral zone. Will be scooped up by Matt Grimes. Carried out of the zone by Whitehead. Whitehead looking for Potter. Back across for Grimes once again. Fondrick cycles with it for Whitehead. Grimes in the corner. 46 seconds left to go. Hard shot from the edge. Fondrick had that one kicked away. And it will come all the way down. Icing will be the call. We'll get a stoppage of play. 35 seconds left to go in the advantage and 10 and a half left to go here in this second period. $18 seconds remaining in the advantage. As a huge shot from Amico, and that one went high and wide. May have actually gotten a piece of the crossbar on it. Hagerman tries to push that one out. Comes right back to Amico again. Cross for Crayer. Tardy had a stick on it. Rolls back the other way. Simpson's going to have to chase it. No icing is called. Simpson cycles it around looking for Hagerman. Hagerman is able to tap that forward for Crayer. Crayer on a run of steam. Crayer has it deflected as it goes way high up into the netting and out of play. Penalty box empty. We play five-a-side hockey. Face-off won by BK. Carried out of the zone. Cooper Dennis on one side. And carrying that the other side. Arm goes up. No icing. It goes the other way as it's tapped before, and it died in the snow that piles up after 2 periods of play here. Ryder Tanner at the blue line tried to keep that one in. Could not. Sent all the way back across. Rolls out for Peddle at the blue line. Inside and a save, just lightly kicked aside. And that time will be held a little bit more by Gavin Beal. And they're going to call the 17 of Dom Soma, 2 minutes for roughing. Oh, BK goes on the power play again with 9 left to go in the period. get the longer intermission to come after the end of this period, where they'll resurface the ice before we'll play the third. One more Mount game to go on the schedule today. Likely 4 p.m. face-off time. The U16s take on BK Selects. We'll have that game for you right here on fansonlysports.com. Your home for RI St. Sim's hockey throughout the 22-23 home ice season. Spinning one and looking for a lane that he could find a slot was Matt Tardy. Back for Murtaugh. Murtaugh loses an edge and goes down. Some of the BK Select parents, I think, wanted a penalty, but there was really nothing there. In the corner for Murtaugh. Gould. Dennis. Trying to get to Sutherland at center. And it's pushed away. Dennis. Side to side. Dennis rings all. That one hit the right, the crossbar, and then the left. And he's got his third. They've got their third of the game. And it's 3 different goal scorers for BK. And they have pulled Gavin Beal for Sammy Doyan Catechis. So Doyan Catechis is in net now. And Beal ends the day having surrendered 3 goals in half of a game of play. Crayer at the blue line, keeps that one in, flicked around looking for Potter, deflects off of the backside boards, comes back, hard shot by Amico, and it went wide. That one will tumble all the way down and be icing in a stoppage of play. For Grimes. Hornberger horseshoes that one around. Nick Whitehead, who has the goal for the Saints, tapped at it for a moment. Back for Grimes. Going across for Whitehead. Whitehead, Kennedy, Tardy, Grimes, all on the ice right now, along with Hornberger. Tardy tried to slot that to Kennedy. Stepped in front of it was Jet for BK. Kennedy along the sideboards directly below our broadcast position. And it's taken back. Doyan Catechis makes the huge save there. You can hear that one thump his pad and stick. Tardy will dump it into the zone. Kennedy goes after it. Tardy again as he'll chase that one around behind the BK net. Gets out for Jet. Jet has to go 1-on-2. Paddle save by Doyan Catechis. Mount now trying to exit. As Kennedy carries that one across, they go for a line change. Kennedy will get left hanging, so 4 fresh skaters on the ice for Mount. They'll try to get Kennedy out. Hagerman swung one, and that one had to get blocked away. Amico goes down as he looked like he just lost his spot. Sutherland. For Simpson to try to pull defensively. And an arm goes up, a whistle, and interference is called on Simpson. So Gabe Simpson will go in the box for 2 with 5 left to go here in the period. Face-off that's won by Ojnik for BK. Reed and Wheel in the center. Wheel has one of the 3 goals, along with Jet and Petal. 5 on the ice right now for BK. Potter works with Grimes, Amico, and Crayer on this PK1 for the Saints. Crayer had an opportunity to take that one deep in the corner. Shoved down to the ice by Amico was Ojnik. Back for Ojnik now. Cross for Petal. Petal deep corner. Jet sent that one into traffic, came back to get it again, and was able to poke check it, and it slides across. Ojnik, Petal. Petal through traffic looking for Reed, bounces off of him. Potter is able to take it, and it goes up into the BK bench. 55 seconds remaining in the advantage, 3:54 remaining here in this second period. Hornberger, that one's going to get off of the barricade. It rolled back down into the BK bench. Deflects with a different roll. That was coming right at us. Dennis cycles with Murtaugh. For Gould, back across in the center. They were looking for Sutherland, couldn't get to him. Arm up, whistle sounds, and icing is called. 30 seconds remaining in the period, 30 seconds remaining in the penalty, and 3 and change to remain here in the second period. Face-off won by BK. Murtaugh to Gould. For Dennis. Gould. Back across, winds and fires. That may have gotten a piece of the post that came off of the 15 of Judge. Whitehead trying to pull that one away. Whitehead has the lone goal for the Saints on the day. 3 different scorers for BK as they lead this game 3-1. Offside called as Whitehead, Novorowski, and Fondrick all trying to work the line. BK wins another face-off as Ojnik takes that one. For Daltwas. Daltwas has it deflect off of him. Came back along the sideboards. Mount trying to exit the zone. Novorowski is able to poke check it free. And it'll get chased all the way down by Potter. Cross for Grimes as he hands it down to himself. Grimes turns around, gets that one for Potter. Potter needs a little bit of help along the sideboards. He can dump it in. It dies in the snow as it gets towards the Zamboni doors. Tardy was back there losing an edge and going down while in the act of shooting, and that's crafty. Was Dom Soma. Face off to come to the left side of Quinlan's net. 2 left to go here in the second. Simpson. And that one will be whistled on an offside, and we'll get another stoppage of play. For Simpson. Cycle back across. Held for a second. Crayer took an opportunity. That one went into traffic. Whitehead tries to pull it away. Crayer gets tied up. And now the whistle sounds and they're going to get the holding call. Prokopets is not very happy. But he will go into the box. 2 minutes for holding. And it will be a power play. For Mount. .120 left to go here in the period. Kicks off of the sideboards. Grimes has it. Will cycle back around as he's bothered by Murtaugh. Will end up going behind his own net. All the way across for Fondrick. Potter on the boards. Whistle, and that may negate the power play. Potter's going to go to the box for cross-checking, and that will put us to 4 aside for the final minute to go in the period. And then there will be 28 seconds, or 32 seconds of power play time on the third side. So this will take us, barring anything really insane, to the end of the period. With 25 seconds left to go. It's cycled around by Whitehead. Whitehead drops that one for Fondrick. They try to work forward. Getting bottled out in the neutral zone. Nowhere to go. As it's back to the blue line once again for Hornberger. Into the backside corner. Boards will take us to triple zeros in green on the scoreboard in the end of the period of play. They'll resurface the ice. We'll take a moment to resurface ourselves. It's 3-1 after 2. You're watching RI St. Simons Hockey on fansonlysports.com.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races, touchdown. And board back out in front, a shot and a score. In through the zone, they're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races, touchdown. And board back out in front, a shot and a score. In through the zone, they're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races, touchdown. And board back out in front, a shot and a score. In through the zone, they're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races, touchdown. And board back out in front, a shot and a score. In through the zone, they're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races, touchdown. And board back out in front, a shot and a score. In through the zone, they're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races, touchdown. And board back out in front, a shot and a score. In through the zone, they're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot.
Coming out is White.
The Falcons nil. Another shot on goal.
3-1 BK after 2. And the Saints are going to have to do a little bit of house cleaning. As they're going to end up on the power play shortly into this period. So Potter in the box for Mount. Prokovich still in the box for BK. And we're underway in the third. Reed across for Petal. Dennis. They work with Jet. That's the 4 on the ice for BK. It is Whitehead, along with Grimes, Fondrick, and Bond, the 4 on the ice for the Saints. Off the backside corner boards, kicked along by Grimes. Is looking for Whitehead. Whitehead has the lone goal for the Saints on the day. Scored back in the second period. Brought it to 2-1 at that point. And then there was another one added to the mix. As a whistle and a stoppage of play as that puck actually went through the backside of Doyan Kakwas. And BK's gotten called for a slash. So Pettigrew's going to go into the box. 2 minutes for slashing. And we're going to have 4 seconds of 4-on-4 before 1:56 of Mount power play. And there's the 4 seconds, and we are now on Mount power play time. Hagerman scooted through the middle. Came back, Tristan Hagerman might have got it, he did! It's gonna be 3-2 on an absolute rifle of a shot from Carter Amico that pinged off the boards, came right to Tristan Hagerman, and he dunked it in. A power play goal for Hagerman. That's going to be his 3rd goal of the season. And we have ourselves a 1-goal game. once again. Potter pushes that one along the backside boards. Pulled out. Mount trying to work to see if they can get another one. Kennedy. Simpson at the blue line kept it for a moment. Potter's able to turn that one back. Dylan Craig got it! No! Yes! Honors even on the 6th goal of the season from Dylan Crayer. And in the not even 2 minutes of this third period, this game has flipped itself on its head. Timeout called by BK. 2 goals surrendered in less than 2 minutes of play. Tristan Hagerman, Dylan Crayer, and this game is tied at 3. All right, St. Sam's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com. And by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law at 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits today. Soma just absolutely crushed Tenenbaum, and now Dennis gets shivered down too. Well, the chippiness in this game is going to pick up as well too with the turnover in terms of goals. We were 3-1 at the start of this period. It's now 3-3. And Hagerman and Crayer joined the scoreline with Nick Whitehead, who got one earlier in the game. There's a 3 for the Mount. Whistle and a stoppage of play. It's going to bring the faceoff down to the left side of Sammy the goalie, who came in right about the midway point of this game. And whether that was designed or not, it was ironically after Gavin Beal had surrendered goal number 3 to BK that at the time made it 3-1. That has since been erased. And we play on here with 14 left to go, and regulation knotted at 3. And that one's offside. And we'll get a stop of play. Already had one game on the day go overtime, not a Mount game. Pittsburgh Penguins elite New Jersey Rockets played overtime. Rockets won that game 5-4 with about a minute and a half left to go in the overtime. Jet against Grimes. Grimes was able to poke that back into the zone. Comes back to the blue line, carried out here. Pettigrew now works on the side, over-skated his own puck handle. And it goes the other way. Grimes pushed that along for Potter. Kennedy tries to push it into the zone. Reed cycles back. That got left in front of Crayer. And a little step too soon. Perhaps may have been Dylan Crayer as it went right behind him. For Bond right in front. And that one will be saved as it tapped off of Bond for Pettigrew. Mount working that one along the backside boards. Coming across as it's carried through. Whitehead from behind. Works with Pondrick. Tardy. They continue to push it along, getting held left and right was Condred Pondrick. And it comes all the way back for Amico. Simpson, 4-on-2 for the Saints for a moment. Simpson fired one, and that one is saved. So Quinlan will give that one up from his catching glove to the referee, and a face-off will come to his right. It looks like both Bromley and Always are going to get thrown out of the circle. Tanner pushes for Bromley. Tanner, Bromley, Hagerman now in the corner. Hagerman pulls that out along the sideboards, back for Bromley. Across, Tanner could not connect with it. Wheel, Gould, and Daltwis on the near side boards for BK. No icing, they're going to call the deflection. It's going to get pushed back. Looking for Hagerman. Tanner backhands that one forward to Bromley. Bromley takes it all the way down behind the BK bench. Mount makes a minor line change as Potter has re-entered, so too this is the 13 of Hornberger. Soma. Kennedy, Potter, Crayer all on now. Back to the blue line for Soma. Grimes. Sent it back, trying to fling one across the front was Crayer, looking for Kennedy to get a redirect, headed the other direction, and a lifted shot that may have just gotten sticked away. And now another one right in front and trying to punch on the pads was Pettigrew, and saves aplenty from Sammy Doinkakis. BK wins the faceoff, gets punched to the backside boards. Collision right at center ice between the 16 of Fondrick and the 24 of Dennis. For Judge, peeled off it by Tardy, took a whack at it, and that one didn't go through. Matt Tardy was looking to try to put Mount up on this game all of a sudden. Here's Dennis as he streaks back with Pettigrew. That one's poked away by Grimes. Here's Whitehead headed the other way. Whitehead fires one, save made by Quinlan. Still spun around the backside to the blue line for Amico. Getting thrown down, absolutely a penalty call. Will send BK to the box, and Mount's going to go on the power play. A 2-minute holding call on Ojnik. Ample spot for Mount with 9.5 left to go here in regulation. do it again. Face out, that's won by BK. Reed pulls that one away, tries to clear out of the zone. He will. Simpson's going to chase this one all the way down. So Simpson behind his own net will start this one out for the Saints. 1:45 left to go in the power play. Crayer through the middle. Crayer will cycle around the backside himself. Gets pushed out by Peddle. Puck gets left there. Can be pulled back to the center. Hagerman had it for a moment. Carried the other way by Murtaugh now. Simpson on Murtaugh. Murtaugh threw one and it got in. I don't think that's what Jack Murtaugh was trying to do. I think he was just trying to get it across the other side of the ice. And awkwardly it hits the post and goes in. And it's 4-3 back to Bishop Kearney. Sometimes you just got to take what comes to you. And it's a shorthanded goal for Murtaugh. And they're back on top at 4-3. Still a minute left to go in the power play. 8:41 left to go here in the period. Potter peels back. Whitehead swung around, and that one got saved by Quinlan. All the way back. This will get called icing. We'll get a stoppage of play. Well, Nick Whitehead looking for his second of the game. Almost tied this one back up. What a seesaw game we've had. So it's Kennedy, Potter with Whitehead, Grimes, and Fondrick on the ice right now for the Saints. Kept in at the blue line by Grimes. Grimes carries across. Grimes from the point. Whitehead had that one go through him. Kennedy will pick it up behind the net. Getting dumped down was Reed by Potter. No call from the referees. Chopped at the blue line by Fondrick. Pushed. Daltwist is all over Grimes. Arm goes up. It's a delayed penalty. It's going to be on Daltwist for holding. And Mount's going to go on the power play. 5-on-3 for 9 seconds, and then they'll have 5-on-4. Timeout called by Mount. We'll take the quick timeout as well. You're watching RA St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
And power play time on penalty number 1 expires, and we'll have a minute and 50 of power play time, but Murtaugh's going to try to pull another one shorthanded. Sends one down, jet shot, and that one is kick saved. 1:38 left in the power play, 7:20 to go here in the period. And the Saints still searching for a goal to come back after Jack Murtaugh got a shorty and put PK back up for 3. Here's a high shot, and that one way up into the netting and actually went through the netting. ACHA college hockey action on Fans Only Sports Network coming up in about half an hour of time. University of Rhode Island Rams take on the Oswego State Lakers from Boss Ice Arena in Kingston, Rhode Island. You can catch all that action. Just go to fansonlysports.com/Rhode Island. Fans Only Sports Network, your home for all home games of University of Rhode Island Rams men's ice hockey. Tim Duffy has the call from the boss. Quinlan pads that one away. 50 seconds remaining in power play time. That one slided right across as Potter almost was able to stick it in. Whitehead cycles it across Pondrick, and a huge save by Quinlan. Big shot from Pondrick and great save by Quinlan. .39 seconds to remain in the advantage. It's around the backside boards. Potter looking for Whitehead. Back for Potter once again to Whitehead once again. Fondrick at the blue line. Doesn't pull one. Still looking for a lane. Goes across to Grimes. Comes back. Fondrick pulls one now, and that's snagged out of the air by Quinlan in traffic. As Mount makes a line change in advance of the faceoff, winning the faceoff. Crayer, arm goes up, and is Mount going to get more power play time? Mount will get more power play time. Add another 2 minutes back up to the board, as they will send a 5-on-3 for 5 seconds. So that ends the 5-on-3 just that quickly, and we'll have 5-on-4 for 1:53. For Amico. Amico fired one. Hagerman right in front. They almost did that again. For Crayer. Hagerman on the backside. Crayer loops it around. Came back for Simpson. Simpson holds and sent it back to Crayer in the corner. Amico trying to look for a lane. Will dump it down and around for Hagerman. Continues to loop it. It bounces off of Crayer's stick, can be carried out by Dauntless. Carter Amico with a minute left to go here in the advantage. Quinlan will shepherd that one behind net for Amico. Simpson. Potter had a whack at it. Got to Tardy. Judge headed the other way instead. Judge holding defensively, sends it forward for Murtaugh. Murtaugh met by Amico. Amico pokes at it. Will tap it back for Grimes. Grimes overlaps with Amico as he's headed to the bench for a line change. Grimes carries that one through the zone. Continuing to carry. Wraps all the way around. Taps back for Fondrick for Whitehead. Nick Whitehead got all the scoring started. If he can bookend it for the Saints, it would be huge. That one comes off of the backside. Glass stuck right up in front. Whitehead threw it over top. Penalties expired. We're back to 5 aside with 3:45. And Nick Whitehead almost bookended the Saints scoring. Dennis headed the other way. Shot. That one went off of the pads of Doyan Kakwiz and into the netting. We'll get a face-off to his right. 3.5 left to go here in regulation. And BK still on a 4-3 lead. Reed. Can't get that one back for Jet. Jet sent it in the center for Dennis. Bromley comes away with it here for the Saints. Dumps that one in. Crayer chases after it to the corner. It gets flicked and sent all the way back down, and icing will be the call. Round the backside boards for Jet. Pushes that one back in the neutral zone. Dom Soma goes toe-to-toe against Pettigrew. Pettigrew came to the better of it. Dennis came up with that one. And Doyan Kakwiz was able to block it away. Novorowski. Dennis takes it away from him. Right at the mount bench. They got to be very careful on that change there. That it didn't hit a player and they get called for too many men on the ice. 2.5 to go. Judge fires that one in from the blue line. Pettigrew in the corner. It's going to get pushed away by Mount. Comes all the way around for Whitehead. Whitehead is dispossessed by Dennis. Will be corralled by Grimes. 2 left to go. Gets caught up in a BK player's equipment and comes down. Benefit for the Saints. Crayer can work it. Crayer along with Grimes. Pushed away by Murtaugh. Murtaugh is going to come all the way through. Murtaugh fires one. That one goes up over top. Final minute 40 left to go here in regulation. Still searching for that tying goal is Mount. Simpson for Crayer. That one past Crayer. Peddle chases it back. Tapped off of the sideboard. Simpson gets able to pull it 3. Grimes for Potter. Sliding underneath and away was Simpson, and he cut out a BK player. It'll bring us to the last minute to go here in the period. Pushed back in the defensive zone for Simpson. Simpson. Kennedy now. Kennedy carries all the way through. Kennedy drops back for Potter, shoved hard into the boards, and Kennedy is in a spot of bother. Puck's gonna loop all the way over on the opposite side for Grimes. Grimes from the blue line in the final 25. That one gets blocked away. Came back for Carter Amico. Amico's gonna chase Reed into the backside corner. Amico and Reed tangle with each other. Flung across by Potter. Pushed back off, right in front. That one's gonna scoot past the goal, and the horn will sound, and BK will get the win. A 4-3 final in a game that seesawed back and forth heavily throughout the game. Saw Mount down 2-1, come back and tie it at 3-3 at one point. And that'll do it for us here on Game 1. We thank you so much for tuning in on Fans Only Sports Network. BK takes the win 4-3.